Hey, welcome back. First start to be here. We're back with part 15 of our mission command series with the last principle of mission command, being risk acceptance. So hope you guys are enjoying the series. This series is fun, like I said, sometimes passionate about. I try to practice mission command in everything I do. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump in and get started with risk acceptance. So risk acceptance. So risk acceptance, mission command requires the commander's subordinate to manage accepted risks, exercise initiative, and act decisively even when the outcome is uncertain. Okay, so accepting and proving risk is not gambling. It's preparing your team as best as you can with the tools available after that, right? So you have to be willing to accept some risk. So risk is the exposure of someone or something valued to danger, harm, or loss. Because risk is part of every operation, it cannot be avoided. And we can mitigate risk, but we can't avoid all risk. Commanders analyze risk in collaborations with people and teams to determine what level of risk is acceptable, whether to tolerate, treat, or transfer risk, or terminate the mission. In developing courses of action, commanders consider risk to the course, risk to the mission against benefits. All right, they apply judgments regarding the importance of an objective, the time available, and anticipate costs. So when we talk about applying judgments, right, commander assesses who holds or owns the risk, how long is the risk held for. Talking about reasonably estimating and intentionally accepting risk is not gambling, right? Gambling is making a decision in which the commander risks the force without the reasonable level of information about the outcome. So in terms of mission command, it requires commanders and people and teams to manage accepting risk. That includes exercising initiative and act decisively even when the outcome is uncertain, like we just stated. So Army leaders to understand and use risk to their advantage. Okay, so it requires leaders to give their people productivity and focused work. Importantly, Army leaders create environments when we trial new things, learn quickly from failures, and share lessons with others. Good soldiers see success as workplace and workforce collective efforts inspired by collaboration and cooperation. So in general terms here, riskless exposure, someone or something, right? Danger, harm, or loss. Because risk is in every operation, like we talked about, it cannot be avoided. We need to make sure we analyze and assess the risk. When considering how much risk to accept with the course of action, commanders consider risk to the course and risk to the mission against the benefit. All right, we have to apply judgment. So the greatest opportunity may come from the course of action with the most risk. So now who's going to have to be able to take the easy route? An example of this would be committing significant forces to a potential cost of like a frontal attack to fix the bulk of the enemy force in place of conditions and development by other forces. Another week by taking a difficult but unexpected route in order to achieve surprise. While each situation is different, commanders avoid undue caution or commitment of resources to guard against the threat. An unrealistic expectation of avoiding all risks is detrimental to the mission accomplishment. Okay, waiting for perfect intelligence or synchronizing may increase risk or close a window of opportunity. So mission command requires that commanders and subordinates manage accepted risk, exercise initiative, and act decisively even when the outcome is uncertain. Like we were saying, okay, it's okay to assume some risk. Reasonable estimations, intentionally accepting risk is not gambling. We've already talked about this. So I hope you guys like this video. This concludes the last principle of mission command and risk assessment. On to our next part of the series. As always, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Go Warriors.